Is this hand good enough? We would have to have a fire sigil in the top 2 or 3 cards for this hand to be keepable. I don't think that's really, because we've only got like I think 8, right? So it's like 1 in 5. So the odds are not in our favor to do that. We'd have to really have a soul read on our deck. I don't think we have that. Fly. This hand's much better. We're probably gonna drop this turn 2, and yeah, there we go. Okay, he has a levitate in his hand. Okay. Let's see what happens here. All right. Okay. If we draw a sigil off the top, we'll probably play the 2/2 drops. If we don't, I'll probably just play this post-combat. Gorgon Fanatic is super annoying. Attack. I kind of think I just want to play this anyway. Well, yeah, I'm going to leave this guy back. I think it's warranted. He might actually block. This plays around Frostkin. It does not stop a levitate, though, which we know is in his hand. Why did we not attack? We knew he had levitate. That was silly. We missed out on 3 damage for essentially nothing. Oh well. We forced him to use it, I guess. That'll be my consolation. Nah, fuck. Well, glad we didn't ornate katana that thing. I can ornate katana this. If we draw a sigil, we can play these 2 dudes. If we don't, we can just drop this guy. He'll probably trade here, right? In fact, he's almost certainly going to trade here because he's taking 8, even if he does. We could have dealt 3 more damage to him. He would be at 8. Harumph. Oh, okay. That's annoying. It's a good play on his part, though. Now he gets to trade here. All right. Go big. So he's definitely in trouble. Feeding time to kill this, sure. He's still taking, oh, lethal. This plays around Annihilate. Lightning Strike. Also plays around Lightning Strike. Apparently. Alright. 3 and 2 is pretty mediocre, but hopefully we can keep going. Alright, hopefully the entire last game wasn't without sound. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. I mean, I'll be a little annoyed if any of these games recorded without sound. My headset's finicky. Well, I'll trade. See if he wants to trade at least. I'm gonna play this to attack back into him. It's a little more aggressive than this guy, especially if he like loads up with a katana or something. Like literally anything would let him blast through this guy. Battle Wars Centaur. Probably just stop that thing. Probably just Granite Acolyte this and get through. Could have rebuked that, but it feels like sort of a waste since I can't cast anything else that turn. This might leave us in a little bit of trouble if he has like a torch or any removal spell here. Steel Fang Chakra. Okay. No blocks. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He goes to 7. I get to play this out. It's not too bad. It seems like such a good tempo play. Let's do it. We basically lose if he has torch though, I think. Okay, he doesn't. Okay. So if he attacks, what do I do? Probably just take it. Honestly. 7 damage. We'd go to 8. He could have any number of things to kill us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it worth it to take it? We lose if he has like pump spell, pump spell, pump spell. We lose if he has like Silverwing Avenger. I think I just take it. Because Furnace Mage on this guy is going to let us block this in the future. He's also basically dead if he like doesn't trade here. Like he has to block this guy. Okay. Sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so close. And I'm going to play the Furnace Mage. He gets his thing back, but that's fine because if he recasts it here, he loses. Right? He has to cast it here and then also have like 2 blockers. So we know one of the cards in his hand. And this time, if he puts it on here, I'd definitely block. Ornate Katana. Sure. So far, still on the verge of death. I have to block here. Block like that, right? Better block with this guy or this guy. If he plays a weapon, I think I need the bigger body. This also plays around Rampage better. Okay, torched himself, sure. Classy way to go out. I like it. All right, going on to game number 7. Finite. Finite. That's probably more accurate. This hand seems insane. I'm going to keep it. Alright, hopefully he doesn't have a burn spell to kill us. Like, Temper would be the most brutal turn 1 play he could have. Because if he doesn't, they're smashing in for 3, playing this guy. And then next turn, maybe smashing in for 4, playing this, or worst case scenario, Inspiring, and then holding up Finest Hour. Did my opponent DC? No. Okay. My opponent doesn't have any turn 1 plays that he could make. Alright, come on, Sigil off the top. Ew. That's gross. I'm still going to attack him with both, though. I'm sort of letting him know that we have a Finest Hour, but I also don't care. Okay, well, I have it. If I don't hit a Sigil here, I'll be really annoyed. Oh, that's annoying. Attack with this guy to get a Warcry trigger and then just pass, or drop the Stone Scar Stranger. Alright, this hand went from incredible to frustrating in the course of 1 turn. 2 turns, really. But we've drawn, what, 3 cards at this point? That's annoying. And we're going to use the Finest Hour here if he double blocks. Because then we can torch at the end of his turn. And ideally draw a Sigil to play one of our many 3-drops at this point. Film Stranger. This guy loves the strangers. Okay. Yeah, we didn't need to torch that guy. Alright, I could just Granite Acolyte this thing and he can't block it. That seems fine. Like, I could Granite Acolyte this guy, which is maybe slightly better. But this puts more pressure on him right this second, and I like that. We do have 2 burn spells in hand. Like, we only have to do a little bit of damage to him. Oh, okay. What? I'm confused. Maybe he didn't notice that? Maybe he's doing something else and just blocked this by habit. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If we draw a Fire Sigil. Seek Power. Okay. Silverwing familiar. What? Where'd that guy come from? Well, if we had, even if we had like 2, even if this was 3 right now, we could kill him because we could just torch him and then Flame Blast. So, a little annoyed about how we don't have the 3rd fire, but so be it. Okay, he's dead anyway. Oh trying for win number 6. Jerof. So we're playing now. This hand seems perfectly fine. To go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then rebuke. And we're on the play. Yeah, keep. Rip. Man, our deck's super soft to temper. Okay, good. Yeah, just load this guy up. It's a tempo play for sure. Like, we could put it on this and it might be better because it might push past a blocker, but I just want to get the gazillion extra points of damage in this way. Alright, this is a scenario where I'm betting that Magma Javelin would be better than Rebuke because we just... Oh, never mind. Oh my gosh. Once again, Rebuke just blowing this guy out. Oh, brutal, golly. Next turn we get to play this even without a target and then keep up Finest Tower, which is kind of nice. Ooh, playing the Amber Monument. He must want must have some expensive cards in his hand. Yeah, we pump this guy. Alright, good in there. There's something to be said for holding lands because we have district infantry in our deck, but I think that it's better for us to play him out because we might need to ultimate this guy relatively soon. Bouncing what? This? Okay, sure. That's a 9. Right, attack, attack, block, block, block. I can play both of these. Sure. Sort of clearing the way for this guy. I'll just run that out there. Frostkin, no. Alright, well, we're a flame blast away from just ending the game right here. Or him just whiffing and not having anything is also pretty good for us. Okay, or just conceding. That's good. Alrighty, let's go on to game number, the last one. Alright, here we go. This is for a majority of the marbles. Man, this hand's slow, but it's kind of powerful. This guy's good, this guy's good. We have so many awesome cards in our deck, though, and we're on the play. I kind of want to throw it back just to, like, get a more aggressive hand. If we don't do anything on turn 3, like, that seems like such a slow start for this deck. I'm going to redraw. Maybe I'm crazy. Alright, yeah, let's get some damage in. Do. Friendly Wisp. What I want to know is when are they coming out with Unfriendly Wisp? Let's see if he trades here. I'm assuming that he will not, but he might. Okay. What's better, Auric Sentry or Bright Mix Paladin? I feel like this game might go longer. I didn't have a blazing start like we've done in the past, so I might play this Auric Sentry. It also lets me attack into more things, so I don't know. I don't know. If he plays another False Prince, I'll be just a little annoyed. I have to draw that Rebuke. Come on, buddy. I don't think we want to trade this thing, right? Oh my goodness. All right. That's unfair. Ugh, that's unfair. And we don't even have a second rebuke. What is this? Probably just play this Bright Mace Paladin. I want to save this if he has an equipment, and it seems kind of foolish to me to be playing this Mithril Mace when it is not going to do anything. I get to kill a 1/1, and that's it. If he attacks here, what do I do? I think I just take it. Now, you could triple block, but that seems mighty suspect. Like, literally any spell blows this out. Synchronated strike would be... Synchronized strike. Synchronated? Is that even a word? Yeah, just go ahead and take it. Yeah, he's got a... There's a pause. There's a pause. Man. We even ripped the perfect spell for this thing. How annoying. Ugh. Well... I think I'm going to Mithril Mace this thing. It lets me attack with some other stuff, right? Playing this could be fine, though. Let's see. If I play this, smash in here. I can attack with both of these guys. You can trade like that, which is fine, I guess. He definitely has something, so... If it's synchronized strike, that's a real problem if we try to mace this later. I think I'm just going to do it now. I think I attack with both of these. I don't care if he trades in like that. That's fine with me. Yeah, this also lets us get a Warcry going. I like you. There is something to be said for holding this guy back and triple blocking this, but again, I think it's clear he has a trick, and I don't think keeping this alive is that important. Stormcaller, that is such a blowout. Holy cow. Well, I'm not going to block it now. We're going to need to draw, like, pretty well to win here, I think. Ooh. Like, what can go on this guy? That would be good. The Stalwart Shield, that's, like, it, right? The Katana would be fine, but not ideal. I'm going to take it. So we're going to 8 here, presumably. But we go up to 12 on our turn, assuming our card gets to attack. Surprised he didn't leave this back. Like, he has to have an answer for this, right? Permafrost. Permafrost. Come on, Permafrost. Nothing. I smell a lightning strike, but I think I gotta go for it anyway. I think we played this guy earlier, and I think he lightning striked us a couple times. Flash freeze. Okay, that's annoying. Not the end of the world, though. I think we just have to run out both of these guys. We're on a 4-turn clock here, which sounds like a long time, but is not really. Man, Stalwart Shield would be really good here. would have been good last turn, in fact, as well. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this game. They'd have to get pretty lucky, I think, to win. He's out in 19. Okay. And he has 5 cards in his hand. 4 cards now. 6. All right. So we're going to 1 potentially. We actually have to draw something to deal with this, or something to increase his power. Because if he has synchronized strike, we lose here, right? He doesn't have that. Okay. Uh-oh, we're in so much trouble. Oh my gosh. All right, we lose. We're dead. Even if we alpha strike and he declines to block anything, he still doesn't die, right? Oh, well. I'm inclined to know. I kind of want to know what he had, because we could have killed this several turns ago, right? No, he had Flash Freeze in his hand. That's what it was. That was his trick. All right, if I'm him, I block like this, and I block like this. And then he can let 9 through. Can't do 10 damage with 1 card. I guess he's blocking the non-Bright Mace Paladin in case I have a pump spell, so I don't gain the life. But even if I did, I'd still be dead here, right? All right, well, let's see what else he's got. Well, that's it. I mean, we've lost, but I hope this was an example of a good Rakano deck. Maybe good is not the right word, but we got 6 wins out of it. I can't help but feel like one of our wins was undeserved, but I'm not going to gripe too much because I don't know. Anyway, here was the deck for folks who wanted to take another peek. It seemed like the more aggressive we were, the better. Like, we had the ability to just push through a lot of damage, and it made his early trades better for us, because then we could drop a bigger guy and he would have a problem dealing with that. I don't know what is the correct build for this, whether we should have included some of the time cards or whether we should have included that 7-drop, but this felt pretty good, and 17 power out of 46 felt fine. We didn't ever feel like super flooded, so that's good, nor did we really whiff too many times, so it felt like the perfect right amount. I mean, some of that's due to luck, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, you should subscribe here and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Thanks.